4-position suspended shoulder girdle stretch. In this 4 position, it's going to be the same as the 3-position suspended shoulder girdle stretch, except we're going to have this position that you see here as a start. If you don't yet know the 3-position suspended shoulder girdle stretch, we'll have it attached to this video so you can watch all of that. For this 4th position that you would add, we're going to reach straight up. And when you reach straight up, Matt, let's show them one of the compensations that can happen to the pelvis. You can arch your back too much and you can pull that pelvis forward. You don't want it. What you do want to do is what Matt is showing you there. You want to keep your pelvis towards posterior, even neutral. Let's show them one more time, Matt. So towards posterior, neutral. You want to hold that pelvic position while those arms are up. So let's go back to that position. So you want to have the arms straight up over your head, elbows 100% straight, so fully extended and maintaining that pelvic position, and the goal is to get a big lat stretch there. For the 3 positions, watch the next series into the 3-position suspended shoulder girdle stretch. For the 3-position suspended shoulder girdle stretch, you'll want your feet to be perfectly parallel and your pelvis in a neutral position, your arms up and out to the side. So once you've got your feet in the right position, your pelvis in a neutral position, you're going to reach up, as you can see Matt doing here, and his elbows should be above his shoulders. So that's where your first position should be. Elbows above the shoulders. And as you get into this position, what you want to do is this. As you start to bring these handles up with the suspension trainer, and as you can see, we have a modified suspension trainer here, but any suspension trainer, by the way, will work great for this. So that's what any strap-like structure that has handles on each end will work for you for this stretch. What you want to do is as you bring your hands up into this first position that you see Matt in here, you'll want to go into what we call scapular stabilized position, which basically just means drawing the scapula down and back. So pulling them down and back together as you get into this position. So you're stretching the anterior shoulder girdle here, pecs, anterior shoulder, all the attaching musculature, pec minor. It's great stretch for that. The internal rotators of the shoulder girdle as well, the glenohumeral joint. So that's first position. Second position is going to be bringing the elbows a little bit lower, still keeping that scapular stabilized position, but not letting yourself arch the back. You got to keep that pelvis neutral, right? So that's the second position. And then the third position will be this one here. So in this third position here, what you want to do is you want to make sure that that pelvis stays neutral, and Matt's really mobile, so he has really mobile shoulders. One of the things you want to think about with this is that if you have any pain, especially going into this position, so if you have any pain at all, especially going into this position, especially within this region, this third position is not right for most people. So my caveat for you is this is typically only for athletic people that have really no shoulder pathologies whatsoever, because if you have a labral tear here, it puts a lot of stress, not such a good idea for you to be doing this position. So if you feel pain or if you have any of those shoulder pathologies like slap tear, exercise is not for you. If you don't have that issue, leaning forward here, what you want to do in this third position is go ahead and just tilt the head to the side. So right ear to right shoulder and left ear to left shoulder. And also, before we cut out here, one of the things, if we go back to position 1 and 2, Matt, is one of the things you want to do here is in position 1 and 2, you can add some cervical rotation. So it's a great stretch on its own, but you could also add cervical rotation where you're just looking all the way to the side and then looking all the way to the other side, holding that position for about 20 seconds each. And that can be applied both in the upper reaching arm position and in this a little bit lower position as well.